Welcome.
First and goal. Mahomes swings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City! Ready, down! Put.
Hello? You play to win the game. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in to the Play Call Sheet. It's the Championship Monday. We are watching the National Championship game live. I am Dale. With me today, Meta Watt in the house. What's up, man?
What's going on, everybody? Happy Martin Luther King Day, y'all.
Yes, sir. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Hope you had the day off, and if not, I hope you took the day off. How about that?
I was going to take a day off regardless of the situation, but, It was good to have a day off without having to have a day off, take it out. So, that was dope. Boring in a sense, but it was dope.
Yes, indeed. I ended up getting a freaking headache, so I ain't get much done today.
I'm sorry, I had a headache yesterday. Before the and it ended just about an hour before the Bills-Ravens game. Yeah, I had a headache. It was killing me. It was crazy.
That's right, Bobby. This is called I Want to Watch the National Championship Game. That's what this is called.
Definitely. We had planned to try to do the show earlier. We know how viewership is when there's a game on of an attitude. This is the National Championship game. Unlike a Monday night game, this has a lot at stake. We'll be on tonight. We'll answer questions, things of that nature. We ain't trying to ruin nobody from watching the game. You know what I'm saying? You have a choice in life, so make that choice. But we have to be on as scheduled. 8:30. We're here. That's what's up. Oh, 7:28 because Dale works magic. Me and Dale are alike. We like to do things on time. We don't yell at the people that are not on time, but as long as we can be on time, that's okay.
Oh, we make fun of Will when every chance we can get. So yes, make fun of Will, please.
Absolutely. Waiting for the snow to arrive. We had some snow last night into this morning. It wasn't nothing major. Icy sidewalks and maybe some roads now, but we got through that. I know for you guys down south, it comes a little much harsher.
Yeah, we talking about, man. This is real, too.
No. We understand. To you guys down on that side of the country there, it's more of a shock for you guys. When it snows
in the world,
what are we gonna get? For you guys, it's kind of like in some places, it doesn't matter how much you get, you can be affected crazy. So prayers to anybody in the surrounding southern states that are getting snow. Stay warm. Hot chocolate should be your best friend, and hopefully you get to kick back and chill out.
Hopefully so, man. Remember to drip them faucets, people. Drip them faucets. Don't wake up and your lines all frozen.
So. Hey, Bob, Anthony's opening question up. Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man P Dollar in the building. Shout out to your commanders. How does it feel? It doesn't feel like anything. This is what happens in sports, man. Sports is unpredictable. I mean, it's a good storyline for Commanders fans and Dan Quinn. Shout out to them, but they're not worried. I don't think anybody's worried about the last team that they coached. Me personally, I don't care. Dan Quinn, did his due diligence, went from a defensive coordinator to a head coaching job. We kind of had that circumference when he was here that maybe he could be our head coach. And that didn't work. A lot of things that came out in the last week with Mike McCarthy can kind of assume why Dan Quinn was not anywhere near a Cowboy staffing opportunity for this year. And he had to go to Washington for a head coaching job. I'm going for a head coaching job. I don't care. So shout out to Dan Quinn and the Commanders for not only engaging in the season, but dominating in the season, second in the NFC East and in the NFC Championship game against perhaps the best team in the NFC this year. So all out to them.
So you don't like root against them like a jealous ex?
No, see, for me, it's more of the who I don't want to win. Now, we wouldn't want a rival to win, but look what this team's done. I mean, before the season started, they were already at the bottom. They got Jaden Daniels some hope, and this surprise run is pretty dope if you look at it, you know? And actually what I read this morning in regards to Jaden Daniels and this whole situation this year for him, it's been dope. So in all, shout out to them, man. If anybody can win besides the Chiefs this year, I guess I'm a happy man. I don't have a dog in the fight. My Cowboys been out for a long time.
Okay.
So
you're different than I am.
But nah, man. Let two NFC East teams. This only proves that maybe the NFC East is the best division in football. Like I've been saying all year.
There we go.
Like I've been saying all year. But, I mean, hey, you can talk about the Giants and the Cowboys how you want, but pretty honestly, the second half of the season, the NFC East was turning up. Cowboys was pulling out some wins, some great play. The Giants did some things they wasn't supposed to do, and the Eagles and Commanders kept charge. I mean, hey, I'll take that.
That's right. That's right.
Man. Washington's made me a believer. They inherited a fourth-place schedule, but in the past month, they've proven they could beat elite teams. They have.
Yeah.
They have. Yeah. And when you have a team out there that goes out there and competes and plays, it doesn't matter who's on the roster. Doesn't matter where you was at last year, because that's one thing about football, too. You may not be the same team you was prior. You may get a little better, may get a little worse, but football is always that thing. We wake up for one day a week of football for each team. And that's why the excitement's always there, win or lose for some people. Yeah. Like some people that can sit here, oh, my team, you know, we're tanking and all that. So it's not going to be a crazy year. But you expect good things from your team even in those stages. So Washington, hey, hopefully it's not a year where this is it and then next year it falls. I hope for them. But we'll be healthy next year. So, you know, we'll have a lot more to talk about in terms of the NFC East rivalry.
Shout out to you, P. Dollar. Your team is making that turnaround, and I feel pretty good about it too, bro. If I was you, so yeah, enjoy it, man.
Absolutely, man. Hey, P. Dollar, shout out to you, man. Laughing stock to the group in terms of your teams. We love you. So for the next 6 days, unless they get to where they need to be, and then we root for them more, I think I'm gonna be rooting for Jaden Daniels to hoist the trophy, man. Though I would like the Bills, and we'll talk about it later as well. I would like the Bills to hoist it. So,
P. Dollar, you know I'm with you, dog. You know I'm with you.
Definitely. Are you a Commanders fan now? Are you renting a Commanders jersey? I hope you are.
Hey, I will get a JD5 jersey. I got no shame. I got no shame. I would get a JD5 jersey, sir. Yes, sir.
So let's get into that. Honestly, I don't know. You come with your script on Monday. Yeah. So I don't want to bother you. So let's get into it, man.
Let's talk national championship game. Right now, the game is in the second quarter, about 11 minutes to go. We are tied at 7-7. I missed a good portion of the first quarter. What did you see so far?
I seen Riley Leonard 9 straight plays, 9 straight draws. He had 9 rushes for 34 yards. They scored in the opening drive, which was fire. Then to start the second quarter, Ohio State scored. So it's a really competitive game right now. OSU's bringing it down the field right now, trying to get a score position. So far, both teams standing pretty good. I mean, if you see a knockout punch tonight, it'll probably be around the third quarter, maybe or so. Yeah. Hopefully the game doesn't break up before then, but both teams are here for a reason, both prepared. Ohio State's the team, and I call it the best conference in the country. You know, and Notre Dame's the guys that people are like, well, they should go to another conference, so maybe they won't get this opportunity. But guess what? Stay independent, baby, because you in this position right now, and the tournament worked in your favor this year. For real, for real. So shout out to both teams participating in there. OSU is an 8-point favorite. Over under is 45. Is at 14 right now. Tie game. Yeah. Pretty dope.
Yeah, it's for people who bet Ohio State. I think most of the money was coming in on Ohio State. Maybe you're a little worried right now because now the game is looking a lot tighter than we thought it was going to be. At least that Vegas thought it was going to be. Look, I just viewed Ohio State as unstoppable on offense, and their defense was stout. So, and I viewed Notre Dame as a team struggling on offense. So I thought it was going to be a pretty big blowout. for
And that's why,
championship
that's why the
game.
8's given. The 8's given
Yeah.
because we've seen in these last few games from Ohio State that the games, well, the Texas game was close and then they edged it out. You know what I'm saying? Was able to go and hit the spread. And that's what the bettors are kind of hitting them to do tonight. They're probably figuring that Notre Dame won't have a lot of gas in the tank and they'll be able to capitalize on maybe a turnover or something and make it 8-10. But if I was a bettor, I definitely would have took Notre Dame outright or with the points. So
okay,
it's a good for me. Like I said, the names on the jerseys made me a believer in Notre Dame. You know, it's like they're in the mouse now. You want them to be with you guys in different conferences. Well, guess what? They put the names on the jersey. We're like, we're gonna be a little bit like you guys. You know, but you
didn't place any bets.
Yeah, I have a bet on Notre Dame. I put $20. They was plus 1,000. Before the first game of the tourney started. So hopefully it's a turnout for me, man. A couple $100, not bad.
Yeah, that'd be good. Look, the Ohio State won the last meeting between these two teams back in 2023. They won it 17-14. And the way that this score is going right now, maybe it'll be something like that to end this game too. So we'll see. And Ohio State is 6-4 against the spread this season. Notre Dame is 10-0 against the spread this season.
10-0 against the spread this season. People say, "Oh, well, who they played?" Ohio State looking pretty good right now. As Richard said, they moving down the field. They're doing some good things right now. Got it at the 20 in Notre Dame, so more than likely, either points on the board, either a field goal or a touchdown coming in the horizons. Will Howard's starting to turn up. He's 8 for 8 so far, 76 yards. Good efficiency.
You know,
like I said, Riley Leonard's dual threat tonight, being a runner and me being a QB.
You know, before the season, or early in the season, right? Chip Kelly made that move from UCLA, giving up his head coach position, moving to Ohio State as the offensive coordinator. I looked at the move as purely like, he's trying to get somewhere where, he didn't have to try to get together NIL money and all this kind of stuff and just run things. He can just get back to coaching ball. And I didn't think it would be that significant, but apparently he has really, changed his offense and made this offense go. Do you see Chip Kelly maybe getting another head coaching job, not this upcoming season, but the next cycle?
Maybe a cycle or two. It depends on what the recruits do that he brings in there. And him being an offensive coordinator is pretty dope compared to being a coach in this situation, because we've seen him as a coach. We kind of see it dry down as a coach. Now, if you're a college offensive coordinator and the team's like, whoa, we're now, under the chances of you getting fired are pretty slimmer than you being the head coach. You see all this day talk like fire him. Maybe he's the new head coach. He's the new head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes, so depending on what happens, But Ryan Day's did more than enough this season to keep his job. But in the future, maybe another NFL job. You know how it is. If Ohio State continues to be this way offensively with him as the OC, they're gonna have the NFL's gonna have. He's gonna get interviews. I mean, the hiring process maybe not, but he'll definitely see some interviews, and he'll definitely be a hot take if especially these receivers, man, continue to play good. You got 2 great running backs. Next year, whatever you get in that recruiting class, they keep on like this, man. Yeah, it'll be dope.
I'm actually wondering if he would even want another head coaching job, or is it the fact that he just wanted a head coaching job where he can get the support necessary to get this thing over the finish line? Maybe that's what it is. Chip Kelly.
Maybe that too.
He was not getting that support at UCLA.
Yeah, and then you move into the Big Ten. You move into the Big Ten, and you've seen the performance of UCLA this year in the Big Ten. So then you think to yourself, now, I mean, I can control everything. I can recruit players, but to lose season in and season out to the Ohio States, the Michigans, USC will soon enough be good again. Like teams of this nature, like if Indiana is posing any threats for years to come, it's more of a reason I feel like he maybe took this job to be in the system in the queer, maybe with some winners, but knowing that he can be a winner as well. And his offensive magic is dope. You know what I'm saying? We remember the times. The only thing with him is when it fades. It's always with every coach. When it fades, when you're hired as a coach, they give you your props for your positives, but also you have some negatives. And then when the negatives come in, that's when you get hit with the flaw. But your first couple months on the job, pretty dope. You know, especially if you're doing good, like the Buckeyes are doing this year. Like it gives it a lot of praise.
Any thoughts on Chip Kelly maybe taking another head coaching job the next cycle, Will?
Oh, I could see that happening. He's earned himself some equity. Look, he got a few jobs at times where we were like, how did he still get a job? So now that he's proven he can still coach offense, I could see him getting another job. You're always going to want to have that quarterback guy out there, and he seems like he could do that. So
yeah,
definitely.
All right. The committee for the college football playoff met and supposed to continue meeting and stuff like that, and they will be voting on possible changes for the college football playoff. And if they vote for any changes, I mean, what would you like to see change? I
don't want to see nothing change. Not right now, at least. Let this breathe for a couple years, man. Don't go into the room trying to keep on building on something that's a project. I guess if you're trying to look at something else, keep it 12 for right now. But I've been hearing 14, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe more. I guess I'm not mad at the more, but this right now, nah. If it's a change in the next a year or two, no. Maybe in the next
blasphemy, the blaspheme.
Nah, I'm happy if they do 14. I'm not mad. There's more teams, but this right now, work the 12. Let everybody get the notion with the 12, and then you want to go 14, go 14. But they can do whatever they want, I guess.
You got any changes in mind you want, Will?
Nah, this is good right here. Don't touch it. It ain't broke.
Okay.
It ain't broke. Don't fix it.
I'd say
reseed, maybe though.
Yeah, the seeding. Yes, reseeding for sure. I think that needs to happen. Okay. But do the buys even matter? And should they go to these conference champions? I mean, none of the conference champions made it past that next round. So I'm wondering if that needs to change.
I'll be real with you. It sucks, man. The buy is dope in the eyes. And I kind of said this, I kind of say it sometimes with fantasy football. Like the buys, you get a buy, and then you play the next week. How's your team going to perform? Mm-hmm. Now, if you're playing week in and week out, you got that mentality. That mentality is no breaks. You're playing. So it's kind of about how you feel about it in a sense. Me, I feel, why get a buy? I mean, a team deserves a buy. If you're gonna exit buy, then give it to the number one team in the country.
Okay.
Or two. I mean, depending on how this bracket is, you got to get 4, I guess. But in the stance of 4, then like you guys said, re-rank the shuffle and then seed it based on that.
Yeah.
But people are going to feel like national champions deserve the light because that's the golden rule in life. You're national champions, you get a good bowl game, or in this case, you get a good seeded.
Yeah.
I don't mind the conference championships, but either it applies to everyone or it applies to no one. That's all they got to fix. Because we got Notre Dame here. Look, but they showing that they belong here.
They had to go up the rough side of the mountain for the most part.
Yeah.
So they earned it for sure. And it's 14-7 Ohio State now. Junkins just scored a touchdown with the rush there. So Jake is excited. So there we go. So that's what's going on with that. We'll see what changes they make to the playoff, if indeed they decide to make any changes to the playoff.
Reseeding is an easy thing to change.
Yes.
But the conference thing is a lot more complicated.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about some news from the NFL. Ben Johnson is said to be hired as the Chicago Bears head coach. I know this is probably the number one candidate out there as far as this coaching cycle. Took, what's your thoughts on this?
Offensive OC for offensive QB. We talk about this crap all the time, but shout out to Ben on the hire. I'm hoping good things. The only thing I would have to say, and this is not for him, this is just in general, you know, a lot of new coaches come around yearly, and some of them have good success, some of them don't. Which side of the platform he will go, that's the quickie part. You're with the Bears right now. A team that I talked about them trying to rise. Maybe this is the equation they needed to solve it. And this is Ben Johnson. I hope that way. They have some. He comes in with some great pieces to start. We kind of notion the Bears, the organization, the office. So hopefully the office made the right hire in this situation. I'm happy for him to have this job. He's happy for himself. Hell yeah. What? We just talked about it a few moments ago. I want to be the head coach. You know, some cases I want to be the OC, but I want to live as a head coach first to know my reality. Am I really just the OC or I'm really a head coach? This man right here is going to get the chance to prove that. Shout out to them.
Right. Great pickup for the Bears. I guess he did get out coached by
the defensive coordinator for the Commanders, not necessarily.
That's really who,
the offensive guy.
A problem. But anyway,
I mean, he didn't.
Look,
Sorry about that.
It's a good hire. He's gonna have to fix that line. That needs to. We'll see how serious he is from the draft. Is he gonna be allowed? Is he the GM too or not? They don't roll like that.
I don't think they roll like that. But I mean, look, I don't know the makeup of their front office. Like for the Saints situation, right? The head coach has a ton of influence with personnel decisions. Mickey Loomis is more of like a servant GM. He goes and gets what the coach wants or whatever. So I don't know if they have the same philosophy up there. But I gotta think you want influence when it comes to personnel decisions.
Well, hopefully they give him the pieces. Their first couple picks should be all offensive line. That defense is solid enough. I wonder if they're gonna retain their defensive coordinator or if he's gonna bring in his own guys. I'm assuming he's gonna call his own plays. Does he bring in a coordinator or not at all? Because he's just gonna run the offense. Just a bunch of things that I want to see how they turn out. But it'll all be in due time. This was the first domino that had to fall for both him, the Lions, and then also just the rest of the coaching world. So the free agents season. So
now coaches can really go into the scheme. Now you can really get heated up with the coaches getting hired. I think they was definitely
the Lions. It should start heating up real fast. Once one goes, they all go, all right, well, the shit started now. We got to start grabbing them or they're going to be gone. So I look forward to the next couple of days seeing who else goes. Also, as more teams lose. Guys, that's why this happened. We wouldn't have heard about this yet had they won their game this weekend.
True.
So, true. But wow, like that happened. What is the tampering? This happened like right after they lost.
This is crazy.
Yeah. He had just spoke to him, and then they decided to make the deal. That's how it happened.
Yeah.
I think that.
And Mike, I think he can do that.
Yeah, he can do that. Yeah, he can do it. There's a window where you can't. But then there's the window when you can, basically, because just to not be out of it's just a job, but then the media is wild because you hear, for instance, Mike McCarthy's the lead candidate for the Bears job. We know that was kind of bullshit. We knew, as people that follow this, that they were waiting for this to happen. Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, those are the guys, that people want. They want. So, I mean, they would have flirted for weeks with different guys that could have been a coach here. Or, for instance, another team that needs a coach, say the Saints or the Jaguars, would have probably hired, and that's going to happen now, hire one of those guys that were the lead guys last week. like a McCarthy or somebody to be their coach now.
Yeah.
I think Ben working with Caleb. The only thing that he has to worry about, he has to find a way to absolutely convince Caleb to check down. That's the biggest problem that he has. He wants every play to be a 40-yard bomb, 50-yard bomb. Like he's trying to hit a home run every time out. And mostly it just leads to sacks. So that's what Ben Johnson has to fix. And I'm sure that'll help. He'll fix the line, and he'll teach the kid to dump it down to the running back.
Yep.
And I think they'll be all right. I don't expect immediate success, though. It's going to be tough.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be getting to our overreactions on the playoffs and the results of those things. But you need to pay attention to this promo because you could win something. Check it out.
What is going on, people? It's your boy, Chill Will. And guess what? It's Mardi Gras season, y'all. So you know what that means. It's time for King Cake. STWF TV is giving away 2 king cakes per week from Little J's Donut during Mardi Gras. All you have to do is subscribe to STWF TV on YouTube and comment on the STWF TV shows. Comment the most and get put into a drawing. The names are randomly selected every week. That's right. Get a taste of Mardi Gras this year with Little J's King Cake, located in Harahan, Louisiana. Check them out on Facebook at Little J's Donuts or at littlejsdonut.org. We'll be seeing you.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
A lovely commercial.
Right. We are back with the play call sheet.
We got to tweak that music.
And yes,
a little loud.
Mike.
It's a little loud. And Mike, when I was reading the script for that commercial, I literally was like, "Oh, Mike's gonna get one." I was like, "Mike's definitely gonna get one because I know he's gonna do the damn thing."
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, coach.
Don't be out there getting no fake king cakes, man. Y'all seen the
real joints.
They get them from. You know what I'm saying? Fresh from Louisiana, man.
And he ships them. He ships them. Hey, our man 2 Kid, like we talk about all the time, he did he had a long, dope review for the donuts. He was double fisted. He was going nuts.
Shout out to Josh. And I'm gonna say this: I crawled so this can walk.
Yeah, exactly.
So the now is gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. We're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep pushing Lil J's Donuts, man. He the man.
That's right, man.
Put the work in too.
Y'all want one of them king
Nah,
cakes?
P Dollar, no Walmart.
Coach in the building.
None of that.
Get that comment section on fire, and you
Light it
will
up.
be entered into the drawing. So,
I just realized I'm gonna sit out a show and talk mad shit so I can get my king cake. That's crazy. Why? Like, why would I? I'm eliminated because I'm not on the show. I'm on the show. That's crazy. I'm sitting out one of these.
There you go. There you go.
Or I'll just take one of yours from the chat. I'm gonna go. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take one of Dale's podcast. I'm gonna just be annoying in the chat.
Yeah, there you go. It works.
My word is bond. Let's go.
Getting them comments, baby. That's right. So let's get to some overreactions, man. We had a pretty
some bullshit, coach.
Weekend here. So we had the Chiefs beat the Texans 23-14 out there in Kansas City. Give me some thoughts about this game here.
Great game. A little more of a defensive struggle than I think people expected.
Mm-hmm.
This game easily could have been a shootout, and I wouldn't have been surprised about that either. But yeah, so great defense on both sides. But man, the Chiefs are gonna chief. There's a bunch of people talking about some loving during some calls, and I think people need to understand when you have the guy like that, when you have numero uno on your squad, you're gonna get those. We got it for years with Brady, man. Manning got him, Brady's got him. The only time you don't get him is when you're facing one of the other ones, and then even then sometimes you get them. So
it's real, bro. Like,
yeah, like
I've seen it with my own two eyes, bro. It's real.
Yeah, Took trying to get his king cake while on the show.
Oh, no,
I see what you're doing, Took.
I will give if I was to win, which I'm not, I would give my king cake to somebody. But nah,
me, motherfucker.
Yeah, man, the referees, man, people say it, but I said this, I've been saying this forever. They are the New England Patriots of this era, and I guess the way to kind of be great or win championships in this NFL league, man, you got to pay attention to the paw print that's there. You know, great ass QB. You got to have the GOAT in the game right now. Somebody on your team got to marry a millionaire, and the coach just got to be somebody that's been hot. This is the Chiefs right here. The Chiefs are playing the same way that the New England Patriots were playing for years to get their Super Bowls. In games, and I always say you have to score sixes. You have to score in the end zone. You can't make mistakes. Off the rip, the Texans made a mistake. Off the rip with the penalty. And then you seen the guy, Bird, go push the coach. I mean, they were still able to do things to keep themselves in the game. But you can't do stuff like that against this team right here, because every time you do, they're not only laughing at you, but they're getting the upper hand on you. Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Gronkowski coming only for the playoffs. That's the only time I gotta work, because y'all suck. And I ain't no sucker. And I'm gonna relax these bones for 17 weeks. And when the playoffs come, because I know we're gonna be in it, I'm gonna show y'all how I work. I'm gonna show y'all what first Hall of Fame.
He immediately was Travis Kelce prime in this game.
Yeah, yeah. But the Chiefs right tackle, bro, this dude was the most heavily penalized offensive lineman in the league. Mm-hmm. And he should be penalized more than he get penalized. Because he's always jumping early. Yeah. Always. Every time he jumps early.
See, the problem is there's a bunch of those guys. There's a bunch of those guys who get penalized a bunch and should get penalized more. This one, we just keep seeing it because this team is always televised.
Like, all right, mofo gonna keep jumping off. I can keep throwing these things all day, and we're gonna be here all day, or we can move the game moving.
Right. Like at what point? Because if that's the case, you gotta let him get away with it. Otherwise, you're stopping it every play. It's gonna be 3rd and 72. Like you're not gonna be like he holds every time. So like you can't call it every time, and yeah, you're gonna call it less when. But we got guys talk about them. They try to point out he was Mahomes talking to the rest before the game. Who cares? They all talk to everybody.
They all do it. Yeah.
They all get in there and start pleading cases,
like it or not. Like they all co-workers, you know.
They're co-workers, right? You gotta deal with this guy. You're gonna see him again. You might even see his kids. You gotta deal with it. You gotta do shit right. Like
exactly, man.
Not a thing.
And I'm gonna throw say any it appear like this. Not include Will's probably the most unbiased Patriot fan I know. But this is all the other Patriot fans, because all y'all are the same. Nobody should be talking about any refs in Kansas City unless you was giving that same energy when Tolman was winning games. On top of the things that Tolman was doing as a team, there was a lot of calls in those games too that were questionable. But guess what? Only losers cry and complain, and we losers and we cry and complaining about referees. Chiefs are good.
Yeah, good team. Good team, and they play well. They play right.
Right.
But there is something to be said about the.
For sure. But look, it is what it is. See, here's the thing, though. What I will say is, when you get to that level of getting those, you have earned it.
Yes.
Like the man got 3 rings already, right? Or 2? Is it 2? You got 3.
Well, it's almost a 3-peat going on right now.
3-peat, but didn't he get 1?
Chanting.
Oh, so you go for 3-peat. So you had 3. Yeah, like, bro. If he gets his 3rd, he already got 2, man. Like the way he playing, the way that team plays, it's Andy Reid, the coach. You gonna get some of those, man. They know how to work the refs. They've been doing this.
Yeah.
Bill used to do the same shit, man.
They found the blueprint.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying, man.
You know it's bad when Troy Aikman be questioning bad calls. Troy Aikman, honestly,
just be saying shit, man.
I think Aikman pissed off because he ain't get that. He's even more pissed off now because he ain't get an interview for the Cowboys job. This is Troy Aikman. Aikman being really mad lately, but I feel you, Aikman. A couple percentage of the reason why you're mad too is because the Cowboys are just cowboying it up and they ain't doing shit. So I get your frustration. Have to go up there. Announcers in your team that you was on that you probably still root for now ain't playing. So Troy's been in a very bad situation for the last few months, man. So don't mind anything Troy's saying right now. It's just
y'all don't want to hire white Jay-Z?
no.
Oh, he dropped it.
Yeah, man, Ohio, the game, man, getting into the trenches, man. But KC, man, moving on, 14 years in a row that either Brady, who's retired now, or Mahomes has reached the AFC Championship game. So this is kind of what it's gonna be until it isn't no more. Let's see what the next team can do in order to eliminate the process.
Probably not, P.
I mean, if I was Aikman, I wouldn't. I keep that cushy job he's got now.
It's not. I keep telling people it's not a good job. It's not.
Well, I was in position.
It's not a good job. Or head coaching not a good job, or
no head coach of the Cowboys not a good job.
Oh yeah. I much rather commentate and get paid millions.
Like Aikman
and not be yelled at and not have to deal with Jared Jones.
Yes. All right. Next game. Washington Commanders defeated the Detroit Lions 45-31. This was a great game. Actually, was watching with somebody and stuff, and they don't typically watch football, but the scoring kept them involved in it, and at one point it was going back to back, scoring and stuff like that. It was getting kind of video game at a portion of the game. So what'd you think about this game, man?
Hey, man.
Yeah, for real. And it gave me after watching this, man, I can shit on my rivals when we're playing them, but I can't shit on them when they're beating teams like the Lions, who've been getting this roar all year for the last 2 years. Then they want to come up. I'm happy it ended on Saturday for them. The crowd was excited. It was all crazy, and the crazy thing is, the reality is, your QB, the guy who you have currently as the QB, this is the game that he wanted to give y'all. The last game of the season in Jared Goff. Because everything was working. That was the only kind of, the defense, yeah, you can say the defense was kind of, they were getting injured, they was getting hurt. But at some point, Jared Goff was going to balloon. He ballooned in that game. But I didn't think the Commanders were going to score 45 points. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy part, that they kept going back and forth, and you're playing with a Lions team that's like, oh, snap. If y'all keep scoring points, we're going to score points. And then what happened?
You should have known.
A pick six happened. And then it stopped all the momentum that the Lions had potentially.
You should have known they were going to score like this. I told everybody on the show, take the over on this game. It was going to be a shootout.
It's wild. It's wild as hell what happened on Saturday, man. But I'm happy that the city of Detroit can talk like how the Cowboys are talking about football for the rest of the season. And that's not being it. Because at the end of the day, them dudes, man, they had a great season, man. But this sucks, man. Does the bye help you, or does the bye help you?
Stay humble. When has this ever happened, P. Dollar? It's not a thing. Not a thing at all. Not even kind of.
Oh, they're gonna be crazy. They're gonna be crazy. They're gonna be crazy. It's already crazy in that area already, but it seems to be crazy.
If I was them, I'd be acting a damn fool right now, because JD5 looking like he's gonna be here for a while, killing it. That man never ever looks scared at all. 21-7, Ohio State's up.
Junkins just caught a touchdown before the half. It is 27 right now, 27 seconds left in the second quarter. Ohio State is dominating so far. Jake is
get LeBron out of here. This fucking cornball. Actually, I'm not from Ohio State. I'm from Akron. We ain't really fuck with Ohio State. They over there completely dressed in Ohio State gear. What a Buckeye tragedy.
He paying that Buckeye NIL money to get on that sideline. I guarantee that.
Fucking dick switcher.
He paying somebody.
Shout out to
Good
JD
stuff,
Daniels.
though,
Shout out to Cliff Kingsbury. Shout out to all them Commanders, man, that went out there Saturday and got this win, man. Y'all believed in yourselves. Nobody believed in you. Nobody believed in you. I'm gonna say it here. I sure wasn't a believer.
We all didn't pick them. Everybody picked the Lions, man.
Everybody picked the Lions, man. And hey, Washington, tell me as a Cowboys fan, I can suck it. I can shove it. Whatever you want. Because y'all got the last laugh right now. So keep laughing.
85, baby.
That kid's special. Hey, at this pick, we all got to give a little time for the sophomore slump to possibly happen. But if he beat the sophomore slump, we talk about top 5, man.
Yeah.
Top 5 that are alive.
The counter punch is always coming. You got to be able to counter that. So
and we all know Cliffy boy, not the greatest adjuster.
Well, I mean, who's to say if he doesn't get a head coaching job now?
Then you're really
with this job that he's doing right now. So but let's talk about the Lions real quick. They're gonna lose both coordinators most probably.
Yeah.
So
they're gonna have both coordinators gone. Well, one gone today. The other one's gonna be gone by Wednesday. And Glenn got a second interview with the Jets.
Yeah. So how do they respond with getting 2 new coordinators, getting that system in place, getting their players together? What personnel moves they make? Is this playoff window, this championship window, closed now for Detroit since they're losing both coordinators?
You got to find somebody who has a system similar to what they were running, so that JD doesn't have to make such a they don't have to make such a big adjustment moving forward. Because Ben, you got to find the next Ben Johnson. Really, that's what you got to go do. You got to go find that guy. That's the best you can do. And defensively, I think it may not be as bad because those guys are easier to find. Defensive coordinators that are good, and they already have a good unit there in place. Defense is, I don't know. I don't want to call it simpler, but it's definitely easier to replace a defensive coordinator than it is a good offensive coordinator. So, go out and get you a defensive coordinator who runs the system or close to it, which you're already running with Aaron Glenn. It's going to be tough, man, because Aaron Glenn coached up that back end, and that's like...
Bro, he coached up a lot of guys with that were just like new to the team because they had so many injuries.
Right. And he got them prepared and balling. So, current dream job is offensive coordinator.
Yeah, man. It's going to be
it's a great team.
You gotta have people, because then you have Goff, and then you want to kind of, because you're gonna have him for probably the next 1 or 2 years. You're gonna want something that's, I guess, comfortable with him. I guess in a sense, because that's your guy right now. Yeah. But eventually, I think their OC will start to move more towards the QB that's behind him right now. I'm not saying this year coming up, but soon enough, the hooker chants will be ringing in Detroit.
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, Teddy Bridgewater got into the game last this freaking week, dude. Like,
I'm be real with you. They did Teddy a favor, and it was the best favor ever because he got to play in the game actually on Saturday for a little bit and have a score drop. But this is what they did for him. They put that on his resume so that if he wanted to pull this move next year after his team season's over, maybe the Lions or another team will go get him. He's just a guy that's, the injury in a sense kind of helped it out. A citizen for the NFL. So he'll get another job on the bench somewhere, rather than Detroit or somewhere else. But just to be a bench guy, maybe you get in. It must be halftime.
21-7. Jake is in the building. Jake, how you feeling so far, man?
I am amazed. I cannot understand this rejuvenation of Will Howard. He's perfect. This man is doing something. He is rising his draft stock. This guy might actually get drafted in the first 5 rounds. Like, he is looking that good.
Wow.
He's going to be a shock pick. He is perfect. He is 12 for 12, 2 touchdown passes. He's running like crazy. That he's in their heads. They thought he was going to run. Judkins is open in the end zone. Everything is clicking. That first drive, I text Will and said, I am scared. I'm like, what is up with this? Almost a 10-minute drive. This is bad. But what did I tell Will? I said, that's going to gas Leonard out real good. That after that drive, Leonard does not have that spark. He can't throw. He's having a hard time running. The defense is swarming. Jim Knowles knows what he's doing. I'm feeling real good. I'm amazed, and I can't believe it. And even worse, Ryan Day looks more shocked than me.
How's my guy looking? Number 1 pick.
Jack Sawyer's putting on the pressure, but JT's looking a little bit better tonight. He's actually getting up on the quarterback, making that. They got Notre Dame's starting left tackle is out. So they have a new guy on that left tackle spot. So JT's been eating them up all night, but Jack Sawyer's laying on the pressure.
There we go.
So you guys got anything on the game? What you think so far?
I mean, this is what the game is, man. Ohio State proving it there in the best conference in the country, being a great team. The names on the jerseys doesn't matter no more for Notre Dame. It's pretty much what it comes down to, man. Comes down to who's hot. And
I like it. Hey, great callback too.
They're a hot team.
I think the thing I want to
hoping I don't hear any more Brian Kelly crap after Ohio State wins this game. Because Brian
don't say that. Game's not over. There's still a whole half, Dale. Don't say that. I'm not even saying that.
Brian Kelly did this already.
I think the thing that I want to hear right now is Will's take on Will Howard and what he's been doing this playoff. Because me and him were definitely two of the people that have hated on him the most. We've given him a lot of hate. This playoff series that he's going on since the first round, it's almost unbelievable. And I'd like to know Will's thoughts on it.
He definitely raised his draft stock. But I think people also realize he's playing with 4 NFL receivers. So we'll see how it goes in the next level.
Man, Abuka,
Smith,
Smith, and then Ennis broke off that huge play. And he's going to be stud next year. But I think you're right. He is raising his draft stock, but we got to remember, look who he's playing around. This is that $20 million roster that everyone just keeps shooting at us about.
And that's more and more reason to not doubt this man. This is more and more reason not to doubt this man, because it seems like a lot of teams are getting a receiver or two in the league. We could put it on the receivers on the list, and you're going to have your first best wide receiver in your 32nd. But if he's doing that with offensive talent that are going to be NFL bound, just imagine him getting drafted, and you can stash him in the lower rounds. And he can
you can grab him, you probably be able to grab him 3rd round, unless he goes to the combine and lights it up. Because right now he's playing his way into he's trying to play his way into the 1st round.
He is.
And he's 14, 15, 44 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Hey, man, look.
To start the game,
Why am I about to see Will Howard starting quarterback for the Saints?
I can see it.
So, and by the way, I'd also like to go ahead and throw out a quick shout out to our boy Emeka Abuka, all-time receptions leader at Ohio State.
Dope. Not an easy record to break.
Yeah. No, he's at 203 and counting.
What year is he in? Senior?
He's a senior. This is his last year.
The 5th year or 6th year?
All four. He's been there all 4.
All 4? Okay, all 4. So I can give him the ultimate achievement, dog. If he's 5, 6, and 7, I ain't giving it to him.
Yeah,
he did it in 4 years flat.
Bo Nix's, we don't celebrate those because he's been there for
Nice. Yeah, no, this is it's unbelievable. I wanted to hop on during halftime, see what you guys were talking about, and I'm going to be getting off to finish off the game. I'm doing exactly what Dale said. Go enjoy your game.
Man did a drive-by Buckeye.
It's awesome, bro.
Basically.
We appreciate that. We appreciate the breakdown.
I had to. I was just, to be honest with you again, I'm shocked because.
Hold on. This is the question. This was gonna be the reason why the game. Well, who's gonna win the game? Who gets the ball in the second half, Jake? To start.
Ohio State does.
Oh shit! It's over. It's over. It's over. Listen here. If they don't stop these guys on this drive here, it is over. So Irish better have some luck, man.
Two. They've gone 3 for 3 every time they've had the ball. They've scored a touchdown.
Yeah, well, they got to stop. They got to stop it. Yeah, they got to.
And if you told Coach Freeman before the game that he was gonna get a 10-minute first drive and score, he'd be like, "Oh, we're taking that and we're gonna win this game."
Yeah,
and it got bad quick. So
it's the thing is that because they're down so bad, they're gonna have to start throwing. And the problem with that is that
they don't have any playmakers.
They don't. They have their running back, and their running back. Will, you might know better than me. I don't know if he's a receiving back. He's a
Loves
bust.
he can catch, but it's a lot to
I
ask,
just
man.
saw someone make a comment. Jake. Oh yeah, P Dollar. You know I'm absolutely rooting for Scary Terry, and I have receipts. Will knows Scary Terry is one of the Buckeyes that went into the league that I followed religiously. I got receipts for that one.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Cool.
So if out of these last 4 teams that are in the playoffs, hell yeah, I'm rooting for the Commanders. And if not, I'm rooting for the Buffalo Bills because of Curtis Samuel. But anyway, that's not the fact right now. This is the national championship game right now, and the Ohio State Buckeyes are rolling and fighting Irish, and got to keep it up. Defense got to stay strong. Will Howard's got to stay perfect. And hey, how about Judkins? I think he's got 2 touchdowns, a rushing,
2 touchdowns on the night.
Yeah, a rushing and a receiving.
That's right.
But
That's right.
let's not make this all about Ohio State. We're having fun tonight. What else are we
You
talking
came and did this.
Yes.
Hey,
I'm giving you time, Jake. Nothing wrong.
Hey,
He's
yeah,
the
you're right.
only guy that has a team that's playing
You
tonight.
tune in to Buckeye Radio.
Hey, you're right. You're right.
No problem.
There is no Big Ten pub this week, so I had to get my little bit in.
It's okay. It's okay.
No. Doing a commercial. Okay.
All right. Let's get back to our overreactions. We had the Eagles beat the Rams 28-22. Another cold game out there. But the Eagles move on. Give me some thoughts about this game.
Eagles are just scary, man. They're a pretty good team. They win even when they have to play ugly, which is that's good. But Stafford, man, he missed some throws in this game. He missed some throws that definitely could have at least possibly tied the game, maybe even won it.
I'm hearing that he's doing the Aaron Rodgers contemplate retirement thing too.
Oh wow, yeah, it's unfortunate.
He been contemplating for years though, through like health issues. His wife's own health issues. She has stated a couple times that he was contemplating retirement, or he may still play. Yeah, man, it kind of not since he played bad yesterday, but I kind of knew that this situation. You're getting older. You advancing in the playoffs. You're playing a physical defense. And you were still able to try to win that game. So shout out to Matthew, man. And if this is his last game, which I don't think it is, I think he'll still be a Ram, hopefully. Break the Ram.
And remember, this is the guy who dislocated a shoulder, had to put it back in and went in and threw a fucking touchdown. Like he plays through whatever he can. So he is taking a beating, much like Phillip Rivers when he was doing his thing, always playing through everything.
I absolutely enjoyed both of the Sunday games we had. They were close and they were everything you wanted. But that's not the only thing that I was able to count from the Rams game. There was a report that came out that said Cooper Kupp plans on coming back next year, but he does not know if it's going to be with the Rams or not.
Yeah. And it shouldn't be. And it shouldn't be with the Rams. No disrespect to him or his game or what he's done to the Rams. It shouldn't be. He should want to.
Contract over?
I think it's like 1 year left on it.
Oh, well, I mean, he don't have the decision to make. Then it's.
No, decision. But I think honestly, the way the Rams have been, they didn't think that this receiving core would be here, what it is right now.
Right.
You got a guy that can take that from you, and Cook could be the second guy. But I feel like the way it's going to work is for them to get a little bit of extra capital. You try to shop Cooper around and see if anybody's interested in him.
Yeah, makes sense.
Careful what you wish for, though, because if you don't bring back Coop, that could definitely persuade Stafford to just leave, because it's bad enough. Like, the one thing that you got to worry about with Puka, as good as he is him playing 17 games, which is probably not going to happen, which means if Kupp leaves, now you're cutting your depth like a lot. You got to go out and get guys who can fill those roles and come in and play. So, yeah, you'll make a little money, but you don't have to spend it right away because they don't have a lot of depth at receiver.
Yeah, but Coop also has that problem too, where he's not always there either. But,
yeah, which is why combined you typically have one of them on the field at least, which is like, if he's not there, then that means you got to worry.
I think the only two reliable receivers they had on the docket all year was Robinson and Atwell. I think they stayed healthy all year, but they're also the 3 and 4 guy.
Might have got something, but yeah, and Robinson's not that good, so you got to get guys.
Anybody know about the severity of Hurts' injury?
We don't, not yet. I don't think
it's something to keep an eye on. It's kind of probably a thing that's got to shake off and not shake off, and you know how it's gonna play. They're gonna hide it, whatever is going on, because they don't want the people to be too crazy going into the game Sunday. But Jalen Hurts, he's a warrior, and I expect him to be on that field Sunday, whatever conditions he's in, and try to prevail the Eagles to a Super Bowl. Right now, yeah, you can talk about the injury, but right now, you in a situation, we talk about this sometimes too, the money that you're making. Who gives a fuck about your injury? We're not here for that. We signed you to this much money for a reason.
Hey,
so
I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the things I respect about Patrick Mahomes. Like, he's hurting, but in the playoffs, like, that junk don't matter. Like, he figures that crap out.
That's what
you can't get him off the field. You got to take his helmet.
Yeah.
That's what we grew up doing, dog. We grew up playing football. You know, we're not looking to see if there's EMTs or anybody there. We're not looking at that. And this is young. You know, obviously when you play in high school, college, you know, you get hurt, you know, they take better care of you. But in the sense of you have that mindset, like, this is when I was young, man. I used to get beat up on the playground, hit on the playground. I still want to play. And sometimes players do have an option to do that. Sometimes the injuries are more severe than they don't. But in this case, with this injury right here with Jalen Hurts, dog, it don't even really matter. He going to play it out, dog it out. If they lose next week, you'll hear about it. They win, he's going to have 2 weeks to deal with it and get back on the field. So, He ain't out Sunday. Patrick, he ain't out Sunday. So, have your head on a swivel, baby. It's gonna be dope.
They all in, bro. They're definitely all in for this thing, man. All right, and our final matchup for the weekend, the Bills took care of the Ravens 27-25. This was the game that hurt me the most. I was definitely rooting for the Ravens. I wanted Josh Allen to lose so I could get on the podcast and make fun of Will, make fun of Josh Allen. That was my plan. I can't do that this week because
Sorry,
Mark
bro.
Andrews dropped the ball.
No, we're not going to blame Mark
on the ground. Lamar Jackson.
Man's washed. Andrews is washed.
Probably, but we're not going to blame Mark Andrews.
I mean, listen, everybody for the Ravens was dropping the ball on the ground except for Derrick Henry. I feel sorry for that dude. That dude played his ass off.
Nah, man, like, look, Lamar played well still, but you can't turn the ball over twice, like, unprovoked. It wasn't even like those were like forced turnovers like that. He blatantly just made mistakes that you can't do, and he knew that. He said it after the game. The fumble was the worst one. You can't fumble that there. You can't. You got to just eat it. I know you're supposed to run. You like running, but you got to eat that. And he didn't even fumble because of contact, really. He just lost it.
Yes.
And that's horrible. That's 7 points the other way, even though they didn't score on the pickup, but they scored. And I believe they scored off the interception too, and it definitely stopped a possible scoring drive for them. I mean, he was taking food out of his team's mouth, and he was putting food in there. So
yeah.
But yes, Andrews, you got to catch that ball, bro, or you got to take a pay cut, something like. You got to catch that. Now, to be fair, I didn't like the play anyways, because that play is run short of the goal line. There's not even a guarantee he can.
Likely would have caught it.
It worked because you give that up. You give up that. Like, that's. And my thing is this: I don't even know if he would have stayed in bounds and got the touchdown. Like, if he caught the ball, maybe if he caught it on the first.
The way Lamar threw it, he threw it where you can catch it and turn. So.
Yeah, but catching and turning in that weather with the snow everywhere, like, what do you expect?
Hey,
that's a 6'6" white man. Come on now, that's a 6'6" white man. What you expected?
You gotta make it happen, fam. You gotta make it happen.
It's a 6'6" white man. You throw it low and behind him. What you think don't happen? You can run that play, but you got to run it better. And you can't run that play. You got to run a play in the end zone. You got to.
Jake, any thoughts about the Ravens or the Bills here before you leave out of here?
Literally, the only thing I got to say, and I've gotten hate for it all year, and I don't care because it's true. Mark Andrews is washed. He made the most mistakes out of that game. I understand Lamar threw the pick and fumbled, but
2 mistakes. They both made 2 mistakes.
Look, it's time to get rid of Mark Andrews and let Isaiah Likely take over.
It's just like it's like saying it's time to get rid of a good player that we could have on the field together with him and just let's get.
He's not good anymore, though, Will.
But he is good. He still makes plays. He still makes plays.
I feel, man. Listen here. I don't feel bad at all about the Ravens losing this game or the organization. We talked a little bit about Mark Andrews, you know what I'm saying, things that he's dealing with this year, you know, new things to his life in a sense. In this game last night, to me,
got diabetes.
I think stuff inside and outside the box sometimes. And like I said, yeah, professional athlete, you got to make that catch in the game like that. But I'm thinking you're playing in Buffalo. It's cold as hell outside. How many times you getting your shit checked, in check? How many that first when he fumbled? I feel like that took him out in a sense. But we didn't see it into the drive where people realized, too, they ran the last 3 times they ran that certain play with Andrews, he's dropped that pass.
Okay.
As easy as it was, because definitely Lamar got it to where he could only get it and force overtime. My man was freezing. He had to be because he could not handle that ball. Gloves on, no gloves on, he couldn't handle that ball. This is just the typical thing that's happening year by year with the Ravens, man. Hey, not going to scream curse because they do a lot of good things, man, and they're able to make the playoffs yearly and give the league something to be excited for, their quarterback as well. But like Lamar said, man, you can't make mistakes. This is what separates – everybody said, oh, Josh Allen's not the MVP and Lamar is. But I told you in the magnitude of the games what happens. And you separate the MVPs from the contenders. And Josh Allen, in a game where he didn't really go crazy, but he made no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Kept your stock up in the MVP race by not making no mistakes because we all knew Lamar was going to make one mistake. We didn't know he was going to make 2 mistakes. You can make 1. You made 2.
You get 1. The interception we could probably live with. Just treat it like a long punt.
Yeah, he overthrew it.
And that happened a couple
times. That's a hard, but you can't. There's no need for that.
It happened a few times this year with Lamar, with the center. When the center kind of like, he's overreacting, and then the center, he drops it, and then he tries to make a play out of it.
And he couldn't pass because it was an RPO, so he couldn't pass because the line, like, they're upfield now. So now it's you can't. It's illegal man upfield.
Said, you and Cam, y'all the ops. He said, you and Cam Newton, I got y'all motherfuckers.
But yeah, man. Great game. Lamar still played a great game, but yeah, you can't make those mistakes. Andrews is definitely not the same guy. He's still pretty good, but he's not the same guy.
Position plays too. Shout out to James Cook.
Yeah, you gotta catch the ball. It's tough.
Shout out to Coleman. Amari Cooper didn't see much of the field. Didn't have much touches.
No, they only had like 147 total yards or something like that, like 140 or 147 passing yards or whatever. Yeah. Like they didn't do a lot. Shakir did most of it. Shakir did.
Yeah, Shakir did. Shakir went off.
He's a horse.
And we're also talking about the defense. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually pretty impressed with DeMar Hamlin's plays. He made a lot of decent plays out there.
That's the last thing I'm gonna say right now. Shout out to
he also got beat.
I was telling people before the game that it wasn't really knowledgeable of the game, that this guy got on the field, and I'm like, I feel honestly he shouldn't be playing on the field, but shout out that he is able to play, and he made some plays on television yesterday. He made some plays in his live.
No, he made some plays. He also got smoked on the route.
He got smoked. He made plays. He made plays that made me yesterday believe that, hey, man, play football until you can't play no more, baby. And don't cut it short because people are scared for you. You ain't scared for yourself. You went out there. You made some plays that I can go to the room and say, hey, DeMar did something in this game. So he kind of
Hey,
shocked me.
real quick. I appreciate y'all letting me in for the little bit of time I was here. The game's about to get started again. Shout out to all y'all. Thank you for letting me in, and hope you have a great rest of the show.
OH.
IO.
Good luck, bro.
Go out.
All right. And the playoff matchups for the championship games are set. The Bills go to the Chiefs, and the Commanders go to the Eagles. So we're most likely going to have two more cold games. The cold games have ruled the NFL this season. That's what it is.
Somebody had a question today too. One
Damn.
man. Shout out to my man Jermaine. I posted a question in one of the sports groups I'm in. He asked, should NFL playoff games be played in like domes or like nice weather compared to like, and hey, I had the same answer, Will, like, nope, like this is the reason why they play for seedings in the home field. I said the Super Bowl carries that. I said there was a time where the Super Bowl used to be played wherever. People playing in the snow, it was damn near cold. There was a Super Bowl in the cold, So I'm like, only the Super Bowl rewards that. Now they kind of try to put it in nice areas now or dorms, some dorms somewhere where it's nice. But in all, the NFL shouldn't do that with the playoffs. So I want you guys' input on that.
Yeah, home field advantage. I mean, it matters. So yeah, I don't want to take that away. So I agree with that. Although I do hate the fact, like, freaking Buffalo.
Play real football, Dale.
Yeah, whatever. Well, Buffalo, like, listen, y'all digging out your stadium and you're building a freaking stadium right next door the same way you're building this one. That's a problem, Dome that crap up.
Well, 70% of the seating will be covered.
Dude.
It's still gonna be snowing that bitch though.
Right, that stadium for years has been like people don't want to play in the cold, but this is what happens. This is you play in your environment. Whatever team you get drafted to, you play in that environment. You get adapted to that environment. It takes some time, but hey, they'll be in Kansas City next week.
What Allen? The coach? I don't know what's happening.
No, Josh Allen.
What about him? He's really good. Get over it. Judkins going deep. Game over.
Touchdown.
He had a long ass run. He didn't score though. He ran out of speed, looking like Barry Sanders out there.
Judkins. Woo-wee.
He just ran into the third round, maybe second.
Yeah, man.
Who gets picked first? Judkins or Hendo?
I think Judkins. I know they're both really good, but Judkins got that little bit of an extra gear and the explosion that NFL teams would like.
Right.
I think he's slightly bigger too.
I think maybe this. I think Henderson will get picked first, but I think in this stance, it's like a Reggie Bush, Lindell White situation here. If you can remember that far back.
Yeah, the difference is that they're both pretty versatile, man. Like,
yeah, Judkins reminds me of AK. Like, honestly.
Who?
Yeah, Alvin Kamara.
Oh, yeah, he got some Kamara in him. I can see that.
But he can move on the ship and we can move on. Hey, one of these guys in the game and to the game yesterday, man, that game right there between those quarterbacks right there, they want the number one spot. One of those guys last night, Josh Allen, ended up prevailed, but it's not over yet because you got to play the number one man now.
Also, I don't even understand this. Like, so are you also already tired of the Mahomes shit?
Oh, well, yeah, but we can't do anything about that right now.
I think,
and I'm trying to make you think you can't do anything about this either.
No. For me, it's like the lesser of two evils. Like, let's get rid of Josh Allen crap, right? So I'll take another Mahomes Super Bowl. Screw it, okay? I don't want to hear about Josh Allen anymore.
Nah, I know, man. This has a story. Like, I feel, but I don't feel bad for any team that loses. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't feel bad when my team loses. But the Lions we talked about a few moments ago, like they got on this high. They got on this high, and like you are gonna continue to be on the high. Buffalo's been on this for almost 30-something years too, 40-something years. They want one for the city. You know what I'm saying? So in Bobby's case, he may not be talking all this fall, But Buffalo and all needs to get one in there, so that they don't have to even win. They don't even have to repeat. Buffalo just has to win this one. And and that new stadium and all that, we can't even talk about none of that shit. You know why? Because they won a Super Bowl.
Josh, the league loves Josh. They're gonna take care of Josh. However, they're not gonna let him beat Mahomes. So he's gonna have to get there, and Mahomes gonna have to not get there one year for Josh to get his, in my opinion.
Yo, are these the best two backs to take in fantasy football next year?
These two?
Jenkins and
No.
Hendo?
What are you talking about?
Fantasy football next
Why
year.
would you say this?
I'm talking about just a rookie.
Is Barkley gonna die?
No, rookie running backs, bro. Rookies.
Maybe, but like probably you probably still could go with the other guy who's got 2,000 yards.
Oh, Genty. Okay.
Just saying.
Homie's gonna.
It's gonna matter where they get drafted too.
All of them, right? That's the main thing. It's all about where they go.
Yeah. Jenkins touchdown.
Yeah.
It is 27-7.
He's
Ohio
the
State.
MVP, by the way. He's gonna be the MVP.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Because no matter what the score ends up now, like the three biggest touchdowns are his. So
he's about to get a new car.
He already got one. Motherfucker's rich.
He's gonna be at Disney tomorrow.
Yeah, Disney tomorrow. They're gonna be at the White House soon.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of excitement in Ohio. Hey, don't we all? Nah, I don't hate him. I don't got no problem with Ohio State.
Greatest transfer ever.
If Notre Dame won, honestly.
Sorry, bud. Sorry, Jake. The greatest transfer ever actually left your team, not come to your team.
Yes,
that's Joe Burrow.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go Tigers.
It's not even close either. He broke every SEC record his first fucking year here. Like, snapped.
Go Tigers. All right, man. Let's end this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Hard Knocks. We saw the first round of the playoffs. Steelers versus Ravens. You also got to see the Bengals and the Browns pack up, go home. Heard about assistant coaches getting fired. We did not see any assistant coaches get fired or coordinators or whatever, but we heard, and players saying, "Oh, they're gonna call this guy who got fired and wish him well because they worked really hard." Blah blah blah. Also got to see Lamar Jackson in the game and coach on the headset talking to him like, "Throw it away, Lamar. Throw it away. Throw it away. Oh my God, touchdown. Oh my God, wow." That was amazing. We also got to see Mike Tomlin say to his defense, "Hey, watch 43." And then the next play, Lamar Jackson escapes pocket, dumps it off 43 touchdown. So it's just amazing to see these things happen in real time. Hear the coach talk about them before they happen. I love this. This perhaps will be my favorite season of Hard Knocks I've ever seen. I hope they do this again. Let's just permanently do the AFC North every year. Let's do every conference or whatever, every division.
Yeah.
Give us more. That's what we want. We want more of Hard Knocks. So yeah, man, I thought this was great. And if you didn't check it out, go back and check it out. I'm telling you, it's a good watch, man. So Hard Knocks, baby. All right, man.
Ain't gonna be they're gonna have an episode next week.
I don't know. It's 7, so this is maybe it. But
yeah,
I mean, hey, the Ravens still going. I mean, they can still show that how they lose to the Bills or whatever. So we'll see.
Oh shit! Yeah, P. Dollar made a great point. JD5 also enters the chat for the greatest transfer. He was
Good
ASU,
point.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. Good point.
Oh,
He's stealing quarterbacks.
Did y'all see the post I posted this morning in the group?
Mm-mm.
So I'm gonna repost it to you guys. But basically,
Okay.
summers it all. We're gonna talk about it right now before we head out because I feel like it's very interesting, and not only the NFL in the future, but I mean for JD to be going through this trend pretty good. So he transferred. Let me get it in. He transferred from Arizona State. People thought he transferred truly in part to the system and all that extra stuff that was going on. He actually transferred because there was some guys that were investing in a VR company that basically installed themselves at LSU. We ended up going.
Okay.
And basically before this change in the way he operates and trains for the games, he was subpar. After it is a VR thing where he basically goes to VR and that's how he practices the game, gets ready for each week. And I guess the defenses and stuff are a bit faster on there. He reacts to certain things a different way. Basically, even in his college,
I heard about this.
It was 1 week he missed practice the whole week. I think he played
VR trained the whole time.
20 yards total offense. So this stuff now, 250 to 300 extra reps a week, thousands of hours of strategy and all that stuff.
You get to play a video game and get better at football. It's unbelievable.
Fucking crazy.
That's exactly right. That's it right there, Will.
I know this is. I heard about this. VR training, that's fucking next level. I can't wait for this to get around more. This is going to be, pretty soon, within a couple of years, if you don't have this, you're not going to be good, period.
Yes.
This is going to be how it goes moving forward. And it's only going to continue until they're just robots out there, not even people.
They said,
I believe they call that their walkthrough room or whatever, but it's VR training. He can sit out there and simulate how the defense reacts to whatever. And they say it looks like you're actually playing football. So it sounds pretty cool, man.
If I'm on any team coaching, I go and I pay the extra money. I say this is for this. I go find the best coordinators available and have them just program the craziest blitzes and packages they have. And then that's all my quarterback does in his spare time when he's not doing homework. He's on the game. That's it.
Exactly.
This is going to be unbelievable. I love this technology, and I hope they just keep using it.
They said he was a mid-round draft prospect. His career high touchdowns to that point was about 17. Post VR, nearly 4,000 yards that we know. He had 40 touchdowns.
Lighten it up.
Heisman, and he became, what he is today. So that is fire. And like you said, man, well, I mean, the NFL is going to have to follow this method.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
They brought it with them. I'm almost positive. I'm sure they kept it with them.
If they haven't already done it, they definitely need to do it because this is next level, and especially helping quarterbacks develop.
It's the future.
There's a big problem with quarterback development in the NFL.
And it's crazy because even Pitt State, he put stocks on this stuff. Some of that money, that NIL money on it. And he said to the Commanders, I don't want to come to your team unless you put this in your system. You want me to be the franchise QB? Then let me do things kind of my way and bring what's been getting me better in here. And that's fire too, because we hear about all these coaches and organizations and guys. We got Jerry Jones, and then we got Magic Johnson and guy that GM the Warriors. Mm-hmm. Those guys are gonna let you do that type of stuff. It might not work all the time with everybody, but the fact that these are new guys,
it's experimental stuff. You gotta experiment with the new shit that's out there. Yeah,
fire.
That's right.
Those are the best GMs, the best coaches who allow you to try these new things. Also, the old way of learning is always just been pen and pad and chalkboard. The truth is, a lot of us, especially in the younger generation now, they're growing up visually. Everything is visually. So that's why something like a VR makes way more sense. Also, you can literally put them in the scenario. You can literally put them in the scenario, not just with words and thoughts, or even a walkthrough where everything's slow. You can put them through these scenarios at full speed, faster even. Because that's what I would do. I would send all the blitzes and set it for the blitz to get in there faster than anyone in the league blitzes and make the person deal with that while they're training. So then when they get out there, this shit's nothing.
It's easier. Exactly. Exactly.
It's the weight on the bat. It's the bat weight when you're swinging on deck and you put the extra weight on the bat. Then you go to the bat, take the weight off, hit a bomb. That's what this is gonna be, man. Like, and they got to keep this up. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, and listen, the first year for Jaden Daniels, he was gun shy. He did not want to turn a ball over.
Yeah.
So he would run more when he had receivers wide open, you know, and you got dogs out there, you know. We were all like, yo.
Slight. He tall, but he's not a big guy. He's slight.
Yeah. And we were like, yo, fam, we get you fast. You got dogs out here.
He's 210 with rocks in his pockets, man.
Let them run the ball a little bit, bro.
Yeah,
you know.
Stop fighting Cane Corsos. Stop fighting Cane Corsos. You're a Chihuahua, bro. Like, just
yeah. And that second year, man, he became a lot more confident, and that's when we discovered that deep ball was so pretty that he throws. And you saw it this weekend, like that throw he had to Scary Terry. We caught it one hand or whatever.
Pearl.
I mean, in the basket, bro.
Yeah, Pearl.
You kidding me?
Yeah, he threw that in a picnic basket, not even a peach basket, like a little picnic basket.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, the kid's special, man. He really is.
Yeah, man. He puts in that work, though.
And the weirdest part about his game is it, and you hear this about a lot of players. Oh, it doesn't affect him. No, it's like almost like he's dumb and doesn't understand how scary this is because he's out there just chilling every time. His poise,
he's even killed, bro.
His poise is unbelievable. It's like this is not. He looks like he's just playing Madden. I get more tense playing Madden. Like it's crazy how he's just chilling.
I would love there to be a heart monitor on it.
A heart monitor because it's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
he's at baseline. Look at it. When he wakes up from a nice long nap, that's how his on the field heartbeat is. Like it's ridiculous. Yes. I don't understand that.
That kid is headstrong, bro, for real.
Usually when it's a guy that young, I usually just say, yeah, he's too dumb to be scared. That's the problem. Like he just doesn't know what he doesn't know yet. But I don't even think that's it. I think 10 years in, he's going to look like that.
Yes. He's even killed, bro. That's what it is.
I just hope he don't get hurt because that's when it changes that.
Absolutely.
Gotta start getting you scared.
Absolutely.
So Notre Dame is let it go on downs, and now OSU is in Notre Dame territory. Looking,
this game was over at halftime.
This is about over here, man. 28-7. Ohio State is in scoring position. Yeah, Notre Dame faked the punt. They could have had it, but the guy dropped the ball. But you know, it is what it is.
They all came to the end.
Oh, he overthrew it. He overthrew tape.
So,
and everything it proves is that the SEC, you better go out there and be on your bullshit next year.
All right. I think LSU is going to be better than people think next year. I think my Gators are going to be better than people expect next year too.
That's right. Brian Kelly already told y'all we see y'all in the national championship next year.
And I'm sorry, even with Archie being in the on the team, I think Texas ain't gonna be as good as they was this year. Next year,
yeah, I think Texas takes a little bit of a step back. And I'm not saying they're gonna be garbage or anything like that. I think Georgia honestly takes a step back too.
Georgia, you think?
Yeah.
Bama as well. Although Bama's
they've
class
already taken a step back.
Yeah, Bama's class coming in though is kind of really good.
I think Bama gets back in a little bit of a notion next year.
I could kind of see that. I just worry about the quarterback spot because even though they may have a guy better than Milroe, he's not going to be smarter than Milroe right now because Milroe been in the system. So like you got to figure
it's
that out.
It's going to be a project to figure out. Yep.
Hey, but some true freshmen come in and go nuts.
Absolutely, it happens.
Problem is Georgia had no receivers either,
and that's weird to say, but they fixed that.
Did they though? Georgia did.
Yes, Georgia got the kid from USC.
That's one guy though, and he's 5'10".
Yeah, but then they also got they got a kid from A&M as well.
Is it the big super fast guy who can't catch? He's funny.
Hold on a second.
They have a guy who's like 6'5", runs like a 4.4, and fucking he got hands.
So
Yeah.
Zachariah Branch, 6'5", 180, Noah Thomas.
Hold on.
Oh, 6'5", 180. No, yeah, that's fucking
Yes.
hilarious.
But he
He's
was
a
the
big
number
fast guy who
25
can't-
ranked player in the portal. Zachariah Branch was number 4 ranked portal, player in the portal.
That's funny.
So that's 2 wide receivers that they needed, and I mean that's just portal. I'm pretty sure they recruited some kids too, freshmen. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that kid just runs straight really fast and he can't catch, but they can fix that probably. Just jug machine all year, like Polk should be on.
mm-hmm.
Just stand 2 feet from the jug machine at 90 miles an hour. Have fun.
Oh.
So yeah, that's it right there, man.
Hell of a show.
Yes,
Way to work.
Yes, good
Shout out
show,
to the
you
chat,
guys.
everybody in the chat who's here. Oh,
Um,
who's gonna win a king cake today?
yeah, who's gonna win the king cake?
Who's gonna win it for the show? Oh, wait, is it show by show or week by week? How does it add it up?
Yeah,
No
show
one-
by show. The person with the most comments, show by show.
All right,
they get entered.
so
At the end of the week or the end of the show?
End of the show.
Oh, end of the
you
show.
you count Bobby's. I'm gonna count Mike's. Then somebody count
Patrick
$3.
too. $3. Nick, you don't count. And while they counting those things up, man, shout out to Saquon Barkley, 205 yards rushing in a playoff
absolutely.
game.
Playoffs.
Ridiculous. He better have enough energy on Sunday because he gonna need another 125. You know what I'm saying? Probably to solidify. But I think this is the week, and we'll get more into it on Wednesday, where AJ Brown puts his name in the hat. But we got to see how much Jaylon is hurt. So
Okay.
he's been reading a book for the first 2 games.
I got like 14 comments for Mike. Also, he counted as 15 because he didn't post it in the chat, so it wouldn't live, I guess. But
Yeah.
but he gave me a joke too. All right. James Bond walks into a bar and sits down next to a baddie. He looks at his watch, and the baddie asks him, "Is your date late?" Bond says, "No. Q gave me a new state-of-the-art watch that helps me read minds and know people's secrets." The baddie is intrigued and says, "What do you know about me?" Bond says, "I know you're not wearing any panties." The baddie laughs and says, "I think your watch is broken." Bond taps his watch and says, "Damn it, it's an hour too fast." Move. Bond, James Bond. Your pants are gonna be off. That's the point.
There we go.
Ski. Hey, yo.
Lattimore looks good, and the rookie. Okay.
Shout out to you, dog.
Shout out to Mike, man. Always bringing the jokes. I didn't deliver that one so good. I got the next one better though. First one I delivered great.
Oh man, the
That one
chopper
not as much.
tomorrow. This might be every chopper is interesting, but I think it's gonna be a
Appreciate
magnificent chop up tomorrow. As you know, a lot of times Dale's bringing in the rumor feeds and the topics. I think I found a few today that we can share on the show. Some interesting ones. Yeah, so chop out tomorrow, man. Won't be no football. So everybody will be in the building. You know what I'm saying? It feels like everybody came in after the half.
Emotional damage.
What, man? Shout out to football. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to Coach. You know what I'm saying? Hope you having a good night's sleep. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we all to get the same good night's sleep tonight, man, and wake up into tomorrow.
Absolutely. All right. So, listen.
You got that.
we will go end the show with the promo of the king cake to
I turn the music
inform
down
you
on this
once
one.
again, and so that you will respond in kind and comment on the show. So with that being said, we will see you guys tomorrow on the chop up.
Chickadee chop up.
You heard?
We out.
What is going on, people? It's your boy Chill Will. It's Mardi Gras season, y'all. And you know what that means. It's time for King Cake. STWF TV is giving away 2 king cakes per week from Little J's Donut during Mardi Gras. All you have to do is subscribe to STWF TV on YouTube and comment on the STWF TV shows. Comment the most and get put into a drawing. The names are randomly selected every week. That's right. Get a taste of Mardi Gras this year with Little J's King Cake, located in Harahan, Louisiana. Check them out on Facebook at Little J's Donuts or at littlejsdonuts.org. We'll be seeing you.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.